Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society. In this video we're going to look at the work of Hervieu on spiritual shopping. The concept of spiritual shopping reflects a shift in the way that individuals engage with religion and spirituality in contemporary society. Coined by sociologist Hervieu, spiritual shopping suggests that individuals today are less bound by traditional religious institutions and instead approach religion in a more individualistic and consumerist manner. The change is linked to broader processes such as secularization, individualization, and globalization, which have transformed how people perceive and practice religion. Hervieu argues that the decline of institutional religion in Western societies has not led to the disappearance of religious beliefs, but has instead encouraged individuals to adopt a pick-and-mix approach to spirituality. In this framework, people treat religion like a marketplace, selecting beliefs, practices, and rituals that align with their personal values, experiences, and needs. According to Hervieu, this phenomenon is a response to cultural amnesia, where societies lose a collective memory of traditional religious teachings and practices. Instead of inheriting religion from their families or communities, individuals now construct their own spiritual identities. This aligns with postmodern views of a fragmented society, where grand narratives such as traditional religion lose their authority. Hervieu identifies two key spiritual trends. Firstly, pilgrims. These are individuals on a personal journey of self-discovery, often experimenting with various spiritual practices. And converts, people who seek strong religious communities to anchor their identities, often gravitating towards more fundamentalist or evangelical groups. Several other sociologists have built on the concept of spiritual shopping. For example, Grace Davey, who introduced the idea of believing without belonging. Davey argues that while fewer people attend church, many still hold religious or spiritual beliefs. This supports the notion that individuals engage with spirituality in a more personal and less institutionalized way. David Leon also discussed the Disneyfication of religion, where religious practices are repackaged and commodified for a consumer-orientated audience. He links this to globalization and media influence, which allow individuals to access diverse religious practices and beliefs from across the world, in a similar way to Hervieu's spiritual shopping. While spiritual shopping provides valuable insights into contemporary religious practices, it has faced several criticisms. Firstly, an overemphasis on individualism. Critics argue that Hervieu's framework may overstate the extent to which religion has become entirely individualistic. For instance, many traditional religious communities continue to thrive, suggesting that collective religious identities remain significant in some societies. Secondly, social class and accessibility. Spiritual shopping assumes that individuals have the resources, time, money, and education to explore various spiritual options. But this neglects how economic and social inequalities may limit such opportunities, particularly for marginalized groups. Some sociologists, such as Steve Bruce, argue that the concept of spiritual shopping underestimates the impact of secularization. Bruce contends that the decline in traditional religious institutions signals a broader erosion of religious belief, rather than its transformation. And the concept is often criticized for being ethnocentric and too focused on Western societies. It may not adequately account for religious practices in non-Western cultures, where institutional religions will still play a central role. The idea of spiritual shopping reflects a significant shift in how religion and spirituality are experienced in modern societies. It highlights the move away from traditional religious institutions towards more individualized and consumer-driven approaches to beliefs. However, while this framework captures important trends, it's not without its limitations. Criticisms point to the need for a more nuanced understanding of how religion adapts to broader social changes, including the persistence of traditional religious practices and the role of inequality in shaping spiritual outcomes. In understanding spiritual shopping, sociologists can better appreciate the complexity of religion in a postmodern society, particularly the interplay between secularization and individualization. That concludes this Tutor to You sociology topic video on beliefs in society, looking at the work of Danielle Hervieu on spiritual shopping. Thanks for watching.